Hey, it's G and Me here, and today's video is all things food. So some of you have had some questions about what are we going to be eating? How are we going to get food? How many days of food are you going to carry? And things like that. So we're going to cover those questions and a little bit more in this video. So the three things that I'm going to touch on are, first of all, resupply. Second, how we chose the food that we're going to eat. And then third, we'll walk through kind of a daily menu of what we'll be eating each day on our trip. So let's start with resupply. So there's basically two different directions that people go with resupply. The first option is to stop in towns or at businesses along the way that are trail side, catch a ride into a town, and purchase food as you go. That tends to be the most popular way that people resupply currently. The other option is to have food sent to you through postal and have somebody providing that shipping from home and then picking up your packages either at a post office or a place of business. You leaving me, Toby? So anyhow, we have decided that we are going to go with option 2, and I'm going to get into why we made that decision while it's a less popular choice for most people today. So we will be preparing boxes. We've been working on that for the past month or so, and Derek will be shipping boxes to us. Now, let me show you an example of a box. So this is what our boxes will look like. I went ahead and ordered the large flat rate box from the U.S. Postal Service. These are free to get, and then you pay a flat rate for everything that you can fit inside. Now this box isn't sealed up. Derek won't seal the box until he has it ready to go. That way, if there are little things that I want him to add to the box, he can go ahead and do that before he gets it all taped up and takes it to the post office to ship. So we'll probably be adding things to our boxes as we get them and kind of fill out our entire menu, and we'll touch on that here in a bit. So it is recommended that when you have packages shipped to yourself or have somebody ship them to you, that you ship them to places of business. Maybe it's a hotel or a hostel, an outfitter, something like that, because they're going to have a broader range of hours of availability than the U.S. Post Office. And some of these small towns, like on a Saturday, they're going to have really short hours. So we'll be in communication. I'll be telling Derek where to send the box. I'll be using my AT guidebook to kind of plan that as we go, and I'll text or call him a few days before to let him know when to ship the box and where to ship it to. So anyhow, that's our resupply. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what led me to the decision to do a resupply box rather than to purchase our food at businesses along the way. So I was actually all set to do the buy along the way approach until I watched a video, and I'll put a link in the comments below. And the video was put out by a YouTuber that goes by Gear Skeptic. And the purpose of his video was about caloric density, I guess is the easiest way to say it. So maximizing your calories for the weight of the food. And a lot of the typical stuff that people are picking up along the way really is not high caloric density. And so after watching his video and just really doing some research into his spreadsheets and thinking about what he had to say, I kind of set a goal for our food to be at least 120 calories per ounce and 3,500 calories per day. Now, if we stick to that, that should put our food coming in at about 9 pounds for a 5-day period. And most people along the Appalachian Trail will resupply every 5 days, carrying up to 5 days. On occasion, there's a few sections where we're going to have to carry more, like the Smoky Mountains and the 100-mile wilderness. But for the most part, we'll carry 5 days worth of food. So the other thing that is kind of a guideline is that you want to carry about 2 pounds of food per person per day. And going back to purchasing food along the way, to get that 2 pounds per person per day and to get at least 3,500 calories per day, the math is just really hard to work out. So anyhow, so that's kind of what led me to decide that we're going to create our own boxes of high calorie dense foods and have them shipped to us. Now we will be picking things up also. So we'll probably pick up tortillas, cheese. Whenever we go through town, we'll be sure to get some fruits and vegetables, fresh things while we're in town, and then maybe carry a little bit with us on the way out. We'll also probably add some ramen and a few other things into our menus for the day. We may also opt to, on occasion, skip a box and just do a resupply at a business. So that's kind of where we're going with that. We currently have 10 boxes packed up and ready to go, and I'm continuing to prepare more food. We'll also kind of determine what things are easy to get on trail and what are things that Derek's going to continue to send us throughout the trip. All right, so now let's take a look at what's in our bag. So once we receive our box, we're going to transfer all of our food into our bear bags. So remember we showed this in a previous video, and this is where we'll keep our food during the day, inside the bag, inside this scent-proof Ziploc. Okay? So that's how that will travel, and then at night we'll stash that in the woods, tie it to a tree, and hope nobody gets it. So, all right, so in front of us now is an example of what is inside that bear bag. So kind of just going through a day of food. So starting off in the morning, right when we wake up and we just want to get packed up and on trail, we're going to go fast and easy. And so that's going to be a bar and a bag of nuts. Now, going back to that Gear Skeptic video, I was very selective in what bars to purchase. Again, shooting for a minimum of 120 calories per ounce. So some of the bars I selected are the Nature Valley Wafer, the Nature Valley Biscuits, and peanut butter, coconut butter, and chocolate peanut butter. The Kodiak Crunchy Granola Bar, the cookie butter one. I found these 88 Acres banana bread bars. And then finally, some Simple Mills spiced carrot cake. Now, all of these I could purchase at a Walmart store, so that is an option when we're on our trip to pop into a Walmart in towns that have them. Now, to maximize the capacity of that box, the box I showed you earlier is the largest flat rate box that the post office offers, and I actually am not able to get all the bars we need for our 5-day period. So I will have to pick up a few more bars, 6 to be exact, to kind of finish out. But back to our day. So we'll grab a bar and we'll grab a bag of nuts, okay? Also looking at variety in nuts, so I've packed out 2-ounce servings into these little snack size Ziplocs, and we have pistachios, smoked almonds, cashews, regular peanuts, honey roasted peanuts, chickpeas, and pumpkin seeds. So Derek will be kind of sending us a variety in our box so that we don't get tired of eating the same nuts every day, kind of thing. So that's kind of first meal of the day. Wake up, get packed up, grab something to eat, and hit the trail. And we can also eat these as we walk, so super easy. So after a couple hours or a few miles down the trail, we will stop and take a little bit of a break. And at that point, we will take out our cook stove and heat up some water and have a nice little hot breakfast. So I went ahead and going back to like what a lot of people will eat on trail that they purchase. A lot will do the Quaker instant oatmeal packets, which are easy to purchase. They're very affordable, but a little questionable in the nutrition content and calorie density. So I went ahead and created my own instant oatmeal packets. So each packet contains about 500 calories in them, and I came up with different flavors. Now, I did get the recipe from a website, and I'll post that in the links, and then I just came up with different flavors. So we'll have pina colada, peanut butter, banana, mocha, cranberry orange, and cinnamon apple raisin, and then probably a berry one too. But anyhow, I've been working on making these, so we will stop and have a nice little hot oatmeal breakfast to kind of get that in. And while we're there, heat up a little extra water, and I will get my coffee, and Gunnar will get some hot chocolate. So I have to wait a little while on the coffee, but we'll get that. Now with the coffee, again, different options. I went with the Starbucks Evia in the canisters, and each canister, I think I divided into 2 or 3 of these bags for each box. So that should last me. We'll see how it goes. If I need more, I'll let Derek know. If it's more than I need, doubt that will happen. I can always reduce that. All right, so then as we continue, after we're done with our oatmeal and hot drinks, we'll grab some things to put in our packs to eat along the way. So next up is we'll have a Slim Jim and a bag of trail mix. So these are really easy to eat while we walk, and we have hip belt pockets that we can stow this in and put these down in a side pocket and just start hiking, and when we decide it's time to eat, we'll grab it and eat as we go. We've been practicing that. Actually, on all of our hikes that we've been going on, we take one of these snacks with us, and we've been taste testing. Gunnar, what have been some of your favorite bars so far?
I like the Nature Valley biscuit, coconut butter, and the carrot cake.
The Simple Meals carrot cakes. So I actually have liked all of them. None of them are gross. They're all good, and it's nice to have that variety there. So, all right. So after, again, we've hiked for a while, we'll probably take an extended lunch stop. And at that time, we will be having our tortillas, which is another item that we'll purchase once we pick up our box. Tortillas are hard to keep fresh shipping, so most of the businesses along the trail will have tortillas. So we'll have tortillas, and I bought several of these packets of Justin's nut butters. So we have a regular peanut butter, we've got the chocolate, like Nutella one, we've got a vanilla flavored, and then the honey. So every day we'll have a Justin's nut butter with our tortilla. I'll also pick up some cheese. Maybe we'll get some salami or things like that. Some people like to carry avocados with them or hummus. So lots of options there that we can add to our tortillas. Another thing that a lot of people will bring or buy along the way are the ready-made tuna salad or chicken packets and things like that. So that would be our lunch stop. Then once again, we'll put some snacks in our pockets, and this time it'll be granola. And this one actually, probably won't eat this as we hike, so I'll have to think about how that one's gonna go, because I bought this granola, and let's see, I've got the box over here. It is this Nature's Path organic coconut chia granola, and then I added some powdered heavy cream, and we've tasted this one, and this was really good. You add a little bit of water, let it soak for a bit, and quite tasty. So that's kind of a between lunch and dinner snack. So maybe it's we stop for a couple minutes and enjoy some granola. Also, we'll be carrying some Ritz cheese sandwich crackers. So we've got a lot of nut stuff going on with the nut butters and the nuts. So I thought the cheese flavor would be a good change from all of that. So that's kind of the afternoon snack time, which then leads us into supper. So once we get into camp at night and we're getting set up, if it's kind of late in the day, we'll get our water boiling right off the bat and going. If we've got some time, we'll get camp set up and then do our cooking. So in the past, on some of my trips, canoe trips, backpacking trips, I have cooked meals like pancakes and spaghetti and macaroni and cheese and things like that. But with this trip, I'm not going to do any cooking. Everything is just simply boil water and dump it into the food. So what I have been doing though in preparation is I have been making our own dehydrated meals. So there are a lot of options for freeze-dried meals on the market that are tasty and all of that, but they are very expensive. You're looking at about $10 to $12 per serving per meal. So with these, I haven't calculated the cost, but I can guarantee it's not costing me $12 to make this. So for example, this one here is like a Thanksgiving dinner. It's got dehydrated chicken, it's got the stovetop stuffing, some dried cranberries, I've got mashed potatoes in here, and people swear by this one as a fan favorite. In this little bag here, I have beef stroganoff. So I went ahead and cooked some noodles ahead of time, dried some ground beef, and added a mushroom sauce to that. This one here is like a chicken fiesta rice. It's got dried chicken, some dried pinto beans, and some Spanish rice. We also have a beef stew that I created with ground beef, vegetables, a stew sauce, and added some rice in there. And then finally we have a chicken pasta carbonara with dried chicken, some shells, some peas, bacon, and Parmesan cheese. Thank you. So anyhow, that is what we'll be eating for dinner. So quite a variety, and that's just a sampling of some of the recipes that I have dried. I have about 140 meals dried at this time, I think. No, 140 days worth of dried meals. So 280 dried meals. Been keeping that dehydrator going. So that'll be our supper. And then right before we head to bed, we'll wrap up with one more bar for the night. We also are going to be taking some tea with us to kind of just wind down, have a nice hot drink, and get ready for bed. So anyhow, that is what we will be eating each day on trail. Now, when we are in a town, we'll be able to get a cheeseburger or some pizza or, I don't know, what are you looking forward to, Connor?
Little Debbie's.
Little Debbie's, yep, get a box of Little Debbie's, get a soda or a drink of some sort. But while we're out there on trail, this is what we get to look forward to. So anyhow, hope that helps you to understand the food part of our trip. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.